So the answer is no. You cannot serve Jesus Christ and the devil. Concerning Kim Burrell, who was recently cut from her performance on the Ellen Degeneres show, once the producers of the Ellen Degeneres show were shown some video that portrayed, or whether it was a video or an audio, I'm unsure, but where supposedly there was a sermon Kim Burrell preached in which she was preaching against against homosexuality as perversion, and then again Ellen cut her from the show. Pharrell Williams apparently came on in support of Ellen Degeneres, saying, I guess, that in 2017 there's no room for any kind of discrimination. Kim Burrell trying to justify her position. Okay, but the answer is no. You can't serve two masters. And so, number one, as a born-again child of the Lord Jesus Christ, we cannot be on secular entertainment, secular media, in support of the secular entertainers like Ellen and sing for them. So we can't go on Ellen DeGeneres and sing on the Ellen DeGeneres show with sinners like Pharrell Williams, people who do not acknowledge that Jesus Christ is King and Lord. And you say, well, how do you know he doesn't? Well, if you don't know, if there isn't any evidence that Pharrell is preaching Jesus Christ as an ambassador of Jesus, if he is not representing the teachings and the lifestyles and the behaviors of Jesus Christ, then he's not a Christian. Jesus said that people should know us. And we're not talking about what we claim to be religiously. We're talking about the things that we actually say and the things that we actually do. So Christianity is not about what we say of ourselves. It's if the Christianity is about our lives being scrutinized by the personality and the behavior of Jesus Christ, whether to prove whether we're followers of his or whether we just claim a religious affiliation. So Pharrell Williams is not a Christian. Ellen DeGeneres is not a Christian, based on the biblical standards of followers of Jesus Christ, rejecting evil behavior, committing to God as the King of the nations, and committing to Jesus Christ, and having rejected the aspects of the world and of this life that are polluted, that are corrupt, that are perverted, and that are unclean. So Kim Burrell is not necessarily enduring persecution. She was willingly participating on the television show of an entertainer, someone who works to lead people into their own thoughts and feelings and away from the truth of God, simply by things that she says, does, and promotes. So Ellen is not a godly person. Kim Burrell had no business being on the show, singing with Pharrell in the first place. The fact that Ellen cut her from the show, she shouldn't have been on the show in the first place. She should never have collaborated with Pharrell Williams. It was total compromise. Two can't walk together unless they be agreed. And so be mindful of that, because you might have thought that Kim Burrell was being persecuted. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, great. Hopefully you were focused on things that were more productive and helpful and edifying. But just in case you're among those who saw or heard in the mainstream news that a supposed gospel singer named Kim Burrell got canceled from the Ellen DeGeneres show. I know Ellen supposedly tweeted that on Twitter. In case you are familiar with that, just understand that Jesus Christ is not being exalted here. Kim Burrell was not on there to call people out of a lifestyle of perversion. She wasn't appearing on Ellen DeGeneres to stand for the message of the gospel. She was there simply showcasing her vocal talents in support of the Ellen DeGeneres show, which is in support of things that God hates. And so we want to abandon the Ellen DeGeneres show, abandon every wolf in sheep's clothing, whether they're singers or whomever they are, because we can't compromise. You have to love people, and loving people means that you have to stand for the truth and help them find the truth through your stance. That's the will of God. It isn't the will of God that we try to serve two masters. Jesus said we can't. He said either we are leading people to him or we're leading people away from him. Otherwise, that's it. David Williams will talk again.